How's it going, everybody? Wanted to highlight my recent COMC shipment and a few really cool cards from it. I also wanted to do a quick review of COMC.com. If you haven't heard of COMC, it stands for Check Out My Cards. It's an online card marketplace where your cards are held at their warehouse, and they take the time to take pictures, list the cards, etc. So here are a few things to know about Check Out My Cards. Number one, as I said, your cards are physically hosted with COMC. You don't have to take pictures, spend time making listings, or do any shipping to buyers. They do it all. You just have to get your cards there. From the main website page, if you scroll down, you can see there's a Sell Cards button. If you click that, they have a really nice overview on just how to get started, how to do the submission wizard, and then all the work that they do for you. So really cool. Just the how-tos and them just kind of walking you through it to get you started. So number two, there are fees, right? It's not as bad as FeeBay, but the fees are pretty straightforward. You pay 1 cent per item per month for items with an asking price over 75 cents. So, if you sell the card, a card after 5 months, you only paid 5 cents for fees for that, and let's say you sold it for $5, you came out ahead compared to eBay. So there's definitely some merit in, especially sending in a lot of bulk items, and maybe those are listed at 75 cents a dollar, but you save a lot of money in shipping and in storage. So definitely something to check out. Another thing is that they will, so number 3 is that they will list cards on eBay pretty regularly. And the beauty of this is that if you have a COMC account, you can elect to essentially waive the shipping costs. Like if you purchase that item, you can just have them waive the shipping costs and just have them change the possession to you. So it's a really unique angle to get some cards at a decent discount through auction when others might be factoring in the cost of shipping into the total price, and maybe that's why they don't bid on it. I think they highlight that. Right here near the bottom. When you do an auction, and then they'll list them on eBay. So, you might be thinking that, well, who knows about this? Well, sometimes it does get listed on eBay, and then that broadens the audience that could possibly see that card, and you'll still get the traffic to make bids on it. So really cool, kind of the best of both worlds there. Number 4, one thing to consider is that it's really hard to spot surface issues when you were looking at cards. So I'll show the interface. Go with some of my favorite refractors here. Graded ones, but just kind of click on one of these. You can see, you can zoom on the card, and that's all fine and dandy, but for anyone who knows these types of cards, there can be a lot of surface issues that don't actually show up, in a scan of the card, which is how they do it. And they do sometimes put a note, and they put the fact that it has surface damage. But there was one time I got a shipment from cards that I purchased from there a few years back, and I remember there being a lot of cards that had surface issues, but the listings did not note that at all. So just a word of warning, especially for chromium cards, which are some of my favorite, and they're very susceptible, especially the older ones like Bowman's, the tops. They're very susceptible to surface damage, especially if people didn't really take care of them. And so it looks good in the scan, but when you get it, it could be damaged. So a word of warning there. To get cards, so if you purchase them on there and you want to physically get them, you would just go into your dashboard, choose request shipment, and then anything not for sale will automatically show up at the bottom. So you would just remove anything that you don't want and continue on from there. Follow the instructions, and it's usually a flat rate of $6 or $7, and you can use store credit if you have it already. If not, you just have to add some. I think it may go up with a certain amount of cards that you're adding to the shipment, but it's pretty reasonable. $6 or $7 for shipping, and then you get those delivered to your address. So, but yeah, that's what I did recently. So I wanted to show what I got from my recent shipment, and let's get into it. All right, time to get into this shipment. Open this up here. We got 7 cards total. All right, number 1 is this Torrey Holt 1999 Upper Deck Holographics Gold Rookie Graphics Gold Awesome card. That was a mouthful. I loved this set growing up, and I already had the Champ Bailey, and I really liked the 1999 draft class. So I figured, hey, for $2, why not? It looked like it was in really good shape too. Looks like I pulled out too much there. Back looks pretty good as well. Just thought that was a really cool card to have. Not looking to really resell or make anything on that one. Number 2, really like this Leaf Letterman set from 1997. It's an Eddie George Letterman card. Got it for $1 back in 2012. So it's been sitting in check out my cards ever since then. Not listed, not for sale. Just never really did a shipment that included this one, so finally pulled the trigger and got it. Comps go for like $7 or $8. I think it's just, for me, I really like this set, and such a cool card to have. And back in 2012 for $1, thought it was a really nice pickup. The gold foil, I just like Leaf in general. So that was pretty cool. And then along with that was this Curtis Martin Leaf Letterman. Also picked this up for $1. Comps at like 5 or 6. Looks like they put these in every single one. Yeah, see what I'm talking about with the gold. It's just really nice. Nice and shiny. Oh, forgot that they are numbered out of 1,000 too. That's cool. So we had the 771, 919. Just a really cool set. Love to get maybe the Barry or the Jerry if they have them in this set. All right, next up, this is 1994 Leaf Gamers Ken Griffey Jr. insert card. This actually completes the set for the insert cards of Ken Griffey Jr. I really like the 1994 Leaf baseball set. It's one of the first boxes I remember opening with my dad, and it was just really cool. That gold stamp there in the top right, it just kind of, I don't know, brings back all the feels there for just that, 1990s baseball card collecting days. And this was the last one I got it for. I think it was like $7.99, and so I'll be doing a video on 94 Leaf baseball as well. So nice to get that final one to complete that insert set. This is not numbered. Hard to find these in good condition. So when I saw this on COMC, and it had the nice pictures of them zoomed in on the corners, it looked pretty good. So I picked it up. All right, next. Love this set. 2010 Topps Magic. They had these chrome autograph short print insert sets, numbered out of 10. I remember getting a few LaShawn McCoy, Keem Nicks, selling those back in the day. I mean, the shine on this thing is just incredible. Numbered 3 out of 10. I mean, he's not a big name, but no name cards for this set autographed out of 10, they go for like $20, and I got this for $8. When I saw it, I made an offer on it, except the seller accepted, and I was pretty happy because it's just an awesome card. Even though it's just Justin Forsett, like I really liked him as a player. He had that magical run. I think it was like 2013, I think it's 2014 for Baltimore. Helped me, led me to a fantasy football championship. So a special place in my heart for him, and just really liked him as a player and what he stood for. So this is just such a cool card, and for $8, I will take that every single day. And speaking of another set that I really like is the 1999 Bowman Chrome Interstate Parallel Refractor set. I've got a few of these already. I picked this one up on Check Out My Cards for, I think it was, let's see, $11.05, $11.50, one of those. Just an absolute steal. When I saw this for sale, I very quickly snatched it up. I mean, one, it's just gorgeous with the refractor, and then two, it's numbered out of 100, which makes it very rare. I haven't seen a comp for this one, but anywhere from 25 to 75, depending on the player. So for $11, it was an absolute steal. Curious, some of these are really hard on the surface. I have not looked yet, but that one, a couple scratches there at the bottom, but that is not bad. Off-centered, but a lot of these ones were, so it is what it is. So that was just an awesome pickup. I think that was back in like 2022. So still, when cards kind of in that post-COVID era, that cards definitely were higher priced. To get it for $11 of Isaac Bruce, who was just a great receiver, was a great pickup. And then my favorite pickup from this shipment, bear down here, with this 2004 Topps Chrome Black Refractor, Brian Urlacher, 56 out of 100, just missed there. The jersey number by 2. I got this back in 2013 at a laughable price of $6.50. Great price. I mean, amazing card. Let's take a look really quick at the surface here. I don't even want to get fingerprints on it. That's okay. We'll get that into a top loader and avoid the fingerprints. Either way, amazing. It's probably at least a $100 card at this point. And I think there was a comp for like 75 of the 2000 later, I think maybe the 2005 version. But at least $100 for this iconic set. This was Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, just a great rookie quarterback class. And this was just an awesome refractor chase from that year. And this was just a great example of how much cards have increased and risen in value since like the mid 2010s, early 2010s. I mean, I got to get this for $650 at the time, and now what it's worth, even though we're kind of past that COVID high, it's still card values. You can just see from this that they're still up there in value. So that was an awesome pickup. Finally got it in my hands. It's just been sitting in my inventory for a while. So good to have it at home. And as a Bears fan, that was awesome. So that's going to do it for my shipment. Check out mycards.com. You can get some really cool cards, as you can see, at great deals. It's definitely a good resource and place to go to look for cards. So, all right, that's going to do it. We will see you guys next time.